Hello everyone and welcome to a very special video, because today we're going to be discussing a new gacha game. It's a gacha game, but it's also a trading card game. I don't know, I'm a bit skeptical about the trading part of that trading card game statement. Anyway, this is a game coming out, guaranteed to be coming out this year, probably coming out this summer, called Shonen Jump Ore Collection, which I think means something along the lines of just my collection. I don't know. Anyway, this is a game that is going to cover basically every Shonen Jump series. So, news about this game has been about for a while. You know, stuff was published in magazines like Jump itself, and, you know, we've seen screenshots online. But recently, the actual website has gone up, is now available, and you can pre-register. I'm going to link that in the description. You can pre-register so you get notified about game news and when the game actually comes out and or stuff like that. So what we know so far is that Ore Collection is planned to be released as part of Shonen Jump's 50th anniversary celebration campaign. We know it's a mobile game, it's going to be on iOS and Android. And we know it's a card, I'm going to say card game, not trading card game. It's a card style gacha game. And it's looking like it's going to be quite similar to like a One Piece Thousand Storm or Rurouni Kenshin, because it's going to focus mainly on character cards and scene cards. And the scene cards will have iconic scenes from the various different manga, and the character cards obviously will have your favourite characters from all the different series. The game is being made by Bandai Namco, which is interesting because it's going to include characters from Yu Yu Hakusho and Bleach. We know that for sure. And it's a little bit weird because K-Lab have got a Bleach game and they're making a Yu Yu Hakusho game, and they already had one before. But I think the way that they're getting around it is K-Lab basically have all of the anime content and all of the movies and stuff, and Bandai Namco are going to have all the manga content. That's what it's looking like right now, and that's how they're going to avoid butting heads, which I think should work out in the long run. And so the character cards themselves, they have a few different traits. First of all, it's got the artwork of the character. In most cases, from what I've seen, this is just the go-to art for that character. Normally, like, maybe the front page of one of the manga volumes when it got released, or just one of the iconic images used to advertise that character for the series. On each card, it also shows what series the character's from. They also have a type, which at the moment we don't know much about, but it's looking like it's going to be very similar to either Dokkan or OPTC, where you have purple, yellow, red, green, blue. Characters also have rarities, which, I mean, you see in the magazine, the screenshot, you know, bronze, silver, gold, rainbow. And I'm guessing there's something before that, but obviously it's 1 through 5 stars. We don't know if there's anything beyond 5-star yet. But as far as we know, it just goes 1 to 5. And that's that. Now the other type of card we have is the scene cards, and obviously very similar. Kind of interesting, really. What they do is they take a panel from the manga, they cut that out, they put that on the card, and then the card obviously has a different rating. Again, through the stars, we can see a 5-star one in one of the artworks of Ichigo as a rainbow one, and the card obviously says like what game they're from. It also says what which magazine they were published in, and that's about it. Now, as far as we know, the way these two sets of cards interact is going to be something very similar to either Rurouni Kenshin, One Piece Thousand Storm, Super Sentai Legend Wars, where you have character cards, and that could be any from a wide array of characters, and then you put scenes on them, and that customizes either the attacks that they have, their stats, their special moves. It could be a number of things. Honestly, in terms of gameplay, I think this could go in a few different directions. It's either going to go the route of like Thousand Storm, where you just have your character, you have like your Luffy, and then you get the cards to put on your Luffy. It could also go the way of Super Sentai Legend Wars, where there's multiple different versions of characters. There's tons of different characters from each series, and then you customize their abilities based on scenes that you get later, and the scenes will be specific to a series as opposed to a character. So if you had like maybe an Ichigo and a Rukia and a Renji, and you had a Bleach scene, then that would improve their skills or something along those lines. I mean, who knows? They could really go in any direction with this. It could be like similar to the Yu-Gi-Oh game, where it's just a card pulling game. I know from the looks of things, it's looking like they're gonna have like featured banners similar to what they have on Super Sentai, where it's like this series versus this series. Like we see in one of the screenshots, it's got Luffy and Naruto, so it's probably like One Piece versus Naruto, or I don't know. I mean, just speculating really at this point. But let's talk about the series that we know for a fact are going to be in the game. A lot of this information is coming from different sources. We have a couple of different screenshots from the game. We have a couple of different screenshots from the magazine, and we obviously have any information we can get from the website. Okay, so let's talk about the series that are confirmed to be in the game, either from the website, or from the magazines, or from in-game screenshots, or whatever. We have One Piece, Bleach, Dragon Ball, Gintama, Toriko, Beelzebub, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Yu Hakusho, Assassination Classroom, Love Ru, Naruto, Oshin Engi, Jigoku Sensei Nube, Otoki Piki Gaki Daisuke. Those last three, I haven't even really heard of until I saw the screenshots for this. They are Shonen Jump series, but I don't really know anything about them. As for what we can expect to see based on the screenshots we have, it's kind of all over the place. I mean, if you take Dragon Ball, for example, there's not a single screenshot from Dragon Ball Z. It's literally just Dragon Ball. We see Kid Goku, we see Master Roshi, we see, I think, the first time Shenron summoned. But nothing, no Super Saiyan, no adult Goku, no Vegeta, nothing like that. Doesn't mean they won't be in the game, but at least for now, that's all we're seeing. Then you look at Bleach, and all the screenshots, as far as I can tell, are from the first handful of series up until the arc where they go to save Rukia, the Soul Society arc. There's nothing beyond that point. So the most recent thing you see is Ichigo when he first starts getting his hollow powers, and Tessai has to like try and stop him, and then he like comes out of the pit and he's got the mask on. That's the most recent thing we see. And then if you look at JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, that's kind of an interesting one. All the shots taken are from part 2, and you've got Caesar and you've got Joseph, but it doesn't go beyond that at all, and it doesn't show anything before that. So I don't really know what to expect from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't really know what to expect from any of these games, other than it looks like, at least to begin with, they're going to start with the early side of the series. Now, one point that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fans, and Bleach fans I think in particular, could be quite interested in, is the fact that this game is set entirely around the manga. It's the Shonen Jump game, not the game covering all the anime. So what that means is, for most series, that just means we're not going to cover the filler, which I'm perfectly fine with. But also, for series like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Bleach, they kind of hit a wall where in the anime of JoJo we're only up to part 4, and in Bleach it stopped at the end of the Fullbring arc. And the games respectively reflect that. There's nothing after part 4 in Stardust Shooters, and there's nothing after the Fullbring arc in Bleach. In this game, that is set entirely around the manga, there is no reason why we can't get part 5, 6, 7, 8 of JoJo and the Quincy Blood War arc in Bleach. I'm personally quite excited by the idea of that. It could be quite a way down the road, but I mean, I'm optimistic. I genuinely think it could be something that we see in this game. Now, there's a lot of Shonen Jump games that have come out over the years that have had a ton of different characters in them, and a lot of those characters haven't shown up on the website or on the screenshots. So I'm going to do another video maybe in the next week or so where I talk about all the characters I would really love to see, all the series I'd really love to see covered by this game that haven't been leaked yet. Let me know in the comments any Shonen Jump series you'd really love to see in this game. I can already think of one series that's realistically probably never going to get its own game in the West, and this game could be one of my only chances to play with all the characters from that series. But let me know what you think. But yeah, that's just a quick overview of the game and what we know so far. As more information comes out, I'm probably going to want to talk about it, but until then, I think that's a good place to end this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.